Ever feel like your dream is too big and your efforts feel too small to matter? In today's special 100th episode, I'm sharing how small beginnings can lead to incredible results. Not just for me hitting 100 episodes, that's good and all, but for you as you start writing your book. Come celebrate with me and let me encourage you on your book writing journey. Let's get it. Ready to write your first book and make an impact? Do you wish you could organize your book ideas without feeling overwhelmed and actually find the time to write and finish your book? Hey, I'm Donna Cherie, a book writing coach and author. Welcome to Book Writing Made Simple. Inside this podcast, I'll teach you how to get a clear vision for your book idea, get organized, keep it simple, and develop a writing plan so you can finally get your book out into the world. Grab a notebook and pen with your favorite cup of tea. Hey, aspiring authors. Welcome to the 100th episode of Book Writing Made Simple. I am super excited and so glad that you are here celebrating with me for our 100th episode. Wow, we are officially at episode 100, and this is such a huge milestone for me. I thank you so much for tuning in, for sharing and supporting this podcast. And it just wouldn't have been made possible without you, without your questions, without you liking the show, without you leaving reviews and wanting more of this information about book writing. So thank you so much for just tuning in with me, for being here. And who is ready to win, to celebrate even further by winning a prize for such this incredible moment with Book Writing Made Simple? I hope that you are excited and that you're ready to win and enter this contest that is 100% free. And I just, as to celebrate this milestone, I really want to be able to bless two lucky winners, aspiring authors that desire to write a book, or they're in the process of writing a book and just really need some support. So to celebrate this milestone, I'm going to be giving away a free 30-minute one-to-one book coaching call with me to two lucky winners. So this is your opportunity to ask your burning book writing questions that you may be having, to get clarity around your story or the structure of your book, and really to walk away being organized and to alleviate any feelings of overwhelm and to leave with confidence to keep moving forward in your book writing journey. So you want in, here is how you can enter to win. You can, of course, follow the Book Writing Made Simple podcast on your favorite platform if you haven't done so already. The second thing is to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may listen. If they have a review section, be sure to leave a review and take a screenshot of your review and come and share it in the Book Writing Made Simple writers community on Facebook using the hashtag 100 episodes. And if for some reason you already have left me a review, you can, of course, share your favorite episode with friends and family, screenshot it and post it in the group. And if other individuals want to do that as well, like if you decide to leave a review as bonus entries, you can share with as many people as you'd like and come into the group, take a screenshot of it, and you will be entered into the giveaway. The giveaway starts today. It starts now as you're listening to this episode in live time, Tuesday, August 26th, 2025, and the giveaway will run until Thursday, August 28th. So make sure that you enter the giveaway, and then the winners will be announced on Friday, August 29th, inside of the Book Writing Made Simple writers community on Facebook. So please Enter now to win. And also be sure to tune into this episode too, because we're not just talking about the giveaway, but I'm gonna be giving you some encouragement today to help you on your book writing journey. So the link will also be in the show notes, as well as the instructions on how you can enter to win the giveaway. So be sure to check that out. All right. What if I told you that the only reason we're here at 100 episodes today in this moment is because I said yes to recording just one episode? That's all I said was yes. By sitting down and just recording, just giving it a try, giving it a shot. And that's the power of small beginnings. Your book can start with just one simple step, just one small step from you to really get the momentum going for you to start writing your book. After I had written my first book, Untarnished, I really felt this tug to start a podcast. I didn't know exactly why, but I knew I had to. I just felt compelled to do it. I also wanted to keep the momentum going after publishing my first book. It really gave me an outlet to continue the conversation of the things that I shared in my book about self-worth, my own personal story and journey, and I just went with it, just rolled with it. At first, I was all over the place with this podcast. I covered personal stories of triumph, which I talked about a lot. There's a lot of stories on here where people overcome different issues in their life. I talked about travel hacks, health and wellness, mental health, and random topics in between. Again, I was all over the place, but I still just kept going. I just went with it. I had no clear direction, but I got started. And let me tell you, looking back now, it was a hot mess. If I could be honest with myself, and of course, we're our own worst critics. So it was a hot mess, because I didn't have that clear direction and I was all over the place. Thankfully, my husband, who is an IT guy, shout out to him. He works in audio and visual. He's all things audio and visual, and helped me to get the equipment to start my podcast. And from there, I learned podcast production step by step through so many tutorials. I cannot tell you how many hours when I first got started that I spent on podcasting, but it has been such a blessing, such a joy, such a wonderful skill set, even just to be able to speak, to feel confidence with speaking. And there's just been so many good things and learning experiences through starting this podcast. Was it easy? Nope, not at first. It was definitely a learning curve. Did I have clarity? Not at all. I was all over the place. You can go back to listen to some of my earlier episodes and hear how much this show has evolved, how much I have evolved as a person, and even letting out my personality and the things that I talk about and just being my authentic self, and because at first I was so focused on being perfect at editing, being perfect at speaking, and just perfection. And I was so glad when I finally relinquish that. And here's the key to all of this. For me, sharing my podcast experience and how we got to 100 episodes is that I kept showing up. I encouraged myself. I found support through online communities and in my personal network and group of people who would encourage me and check in on me and all that good stuff. And eventually, I finally got clarity about what this show was truly supposed to be. And I'm just so thankful to you, the listener, to God, and through my family and supporters who have supported me on this journey. This show was not overnight by any means. Getting here was not overnight. And as I'm sharing my podcast experience, that took me almost 3 years to finally have the clarity that I needed to go forth with this show. And I've been running with it ever since. And of course, I don't want you to take 3 years or almost 3 years as I did to figure out about podcasting as it relates to writing your book. But I do want you to know that small beginnings matter. And you have to take one step. You have to get started with the one step, sis. Because if you don't take that step, then how can you really build upon it? Here's what I've learned about small beginnings and how it applies to you as you're writing your book and have this desire to write your book and get it out into the world. Number one is that your book doesn't need to be written in a day. Just like this podcast didn't hit 100 episodes overnight, your story will take shape one word, one sentence, one paragraph, one page, one chapter at a time. That's how it gets done. It doesn't happen, within a day. The second lesson that I've learned about small beginnings is that consistency beats perfection. Oh my goodness. I used to be a perfectionist. That's what I'm going to say because I really believe I have relinquished that and like just let it go through so much prayer and fasting and journaling and reflection and all of that. And I want you to let that go as well. Don't focus on being perfect as it relates to writing your book, but focus on consistency. In my earlier episodes, they were not polished. They were not. I was trying to make them, but still, my editing would be off. I might have missed a word or two, said a lot of ums, uhs, and all of that good stuff. It just wasn't perfect. But my early episodes were definitely necessary. I had to go through that so that I could get to this point now. And I know I still have a whole lot more to learn. So consistency helps you to lay that foundation for growth, and it will help you to get better over time. It will help you to write better paragraphs over time. It will help you to go from one paragraph to 5 paragraphs. Your first draft won't be perfect, but it will most certainly be progress and you can get it done. You'll look back and say to yourself, wow, I started out with a blank page and now I'm at 10,000 words. That will be such a huge milestone. Even having one page completed, or one chapter, it's the consistency that really beats the perfection to get you to that next point. The third lesson that I've learned about small beginnings is that clarity comes in the doing. I'm not sure if you've heard this before, but whether you have or you have not, this is so true. And I just want to, I guess if you've heard this before, reiterate it to you that clarity comes in the doing. You have to move, you have to get started, you have to write. I didn't discover this podcast direction until I kept showing up week after week, month after month. And of course, through prayer and listening and hearing and then obeying, you'll gain clarity about your message and your audience as you write. So don't be so focused and so stuck on, how do I get all of my chapters to flow and all of that? Just start writing and see what comes out after that. You have to start writing. You just have to, and you have to keep going, once you do start writing. So it's not just what you do once, but it's what you do again and again that will lead to that clarity. The fourth lesson is that God blesses obedience. Yes, he does. Zechariah 4:10, which is a scripture that I have on my wall. And it says, do not despise small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. And that applies to your book as well, to the story that you're writing about, that God will honor the simple acts of you starting to write your book. And he will multiply it. He will give you more to say based off of what you've already written down. He'll give you more, but you got to get started. I know I've probably said this already 10 times, and that is our message today, that you have to get started. So I'm going to keep on drilling that in until you get started and you keep moving to write your book. So if you feel overwhelmed by the thought of writing your book, take this encouragement to just begin. Just get started. Just keep writing one day, one moment at a time. and you will begin to see that momentum pick up. You'll begin to see God honor your obedience for getting started to write, and you will eventually see the finish line of having a finished manuscript. So I hope that encourages you today. I know that this is a super short episode, and I just wanted to keep it real simple. Again, I thank you so much for tuning into the show. I pray that you'll continue to listen to the show, that you will take notes, and that you will apply this valuable information to help you write and finish your first book. Before you go today, don't forget about the special giveaway to celebrate 100 episodes. 2 aspiring authors will receive a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me, where we'll dive into your book idea and get you clarity on your next steps. Again, the giveaway runs from Tuesday, that's August 26th, through Thursday, August 28th. And I'll be going live in the Facebook community on August 29th to announce the winners. So go ahead on over to the Book Writing Made Simple community at donnasheree.com/community to join in and enter the giveaway by sharing a screenshot of your review for the podcast. This is your chance to celebrate with me and move your book dream one closer to reality. So until next time, ciao. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's episode inspired you to take that next step to write your book. Remember, small steps lead to big results. If this podcast has blessed you in some way, be sure to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. Your support means the world to me, and it helps others to find the show. Also, be sure to pass on the inspiration by sharing this episode with a friend who could benefit from this message. God bless you, sis, and never, ever give up.